Welcome back. This is Dan Havey with CF Ninja Hacks. And in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to answer Hazel's question here. She asked it in my group, and I really didn't have a firm grip of what she was looking for. And then she asked it in the ClickFunnels official, and a couple other people asked her some questions. And finally, I figured out what she was looking for was the ability to be able to have a video pop-up on the page, but not use the image portion of it, only have the pop-up portion of it and have the pop-up be triggered by a text link. And so once I figured that out, I was like, yeah, we can do that. So here is my page as it is, without any of the code turned on, none of the CSS, nothing else. And I will show you how I have this set up is, well, actually, let's just go into the editor here, and we'll close that off for right now. So I got a 3-column row. I just got a headline element here, a paragraph element there. I put in some images just to kind of make this look like what Hazel was looking for. And then underneath here, we have the video pop-up element. So if we look at a page before we apply the code, if we click on this pop-up element, then up pops our video. For each one of these here, you would of course have different videos. I have the same one in there. So how you set up the video pop-up, you just come in here, click on it. You don't have to worry about changing out the thumbnail because we're going to actually remove the image. But in here is where you would put the video that you want to pop up. Now, all it says here is video URL, so you couldn't use any kind of custom videos at all. Most likely, you're going to have YouTube videos, I would guess also Vimeo or Wistia or something like that, or maybe even a video that you have on AWS or some other platform where you can store videos and have an actual URL to the video. So you just pop that in there, and that's all you have to do for the setup. And so like I showed you over here, you click on it and up pops this. Now with each one of these elements, we also have to come in here and we're going to set a data title. And so I called each one video pop-up 1, obviously here, video pop-up 2, and video pop-up 3 right there, just to distinguish between the three of them, because they are going to have separate text for the link that we're going to put onto the page. So it's going to have text here instead of this image, and each one, of course, could potentially have different text on it. So if you look at how that looks in the code, what we have here is our outer L video wrapper or modal wrapper element right here, and I gave it the data title of video pop-up. Got that highlighted right there, video pop-up 1 in this case. And then inside of there, we have our anchor text, our A tag right here with our link to that YouTube video. And then inside of there, we have that image. Well, what we want to do is we want to take this image out of here. And then, so actually I'll show you what this looks like. I'll just remove it physically. Let me see here. We will delete that element. So now that element is gone, and then right here in the code, what we want to do, and I will edit this as HTML, what I want to do right here after the opening A tag and before the closing A tag, I want to put some text in here. Some text in here. So now we will jump out of here, and you see already the image has disappeared, but as I click out of here now, we're going to see text appear on the screen. And then, of course, we can come in to this element and we can change a few things. So we can say font size, let's say 24 pixels. So it got a little bit bigger there. And we can go color of red if we wanted to. So we just now have it 24 pixels and color of red. So let me show you the code that makes that happen. Let's come into our tracking code right here. Let me just turn the code back on. And so, of course, we have our opening and closing script tags. You want to always do that to put your code in between them. And then what we're going to say here is video pop-up image remove. So as you saw over here, let me inspect the next one because that one I already deleted. So we want to come in here and we have our right here we have our data title. Let me slide this over. So our data title of video pop-up. There we go. And then inside of that, we're looking for the image tag inside of that. And we're saying we want to just completely remove that from the page. And so we say here data title includes. So equal or asterisk equals means includes. And here we don't want the -1, -2, -3 because we want it to grab all of them that have video pop up in their data title somewhere. And so we got that. Then on the next line here, we're going to say A. So we're going to say do the exact same thing, but separate this out for each individual element that we're doing. And then we want to put in the A. So as you saw up here before, when we had this, I came in after the A, and that's where I put in this text. So between the opening and the closing A tags, that's where we put the text, and that's what we're going to do in this case here, is put in that text. And then what we have down here is we have a little bit of styling, and what I can actually do, let me X that out of there and put it in here, and I can completely take out that line of code. So now what we got here is I just did a little bit of styling here. I could also put it into the custom CSS if I wanted to, but here if you put it between the style tags, it works just fine. And again, what we're saying here is data title containing video pop-up, just like we did up here. And again, we're looking at the A, just like we did here, the anchor text right there, and that's where we did the font size and the color of red, just like I did on the other page. So let us save this, and then we will pop out of here. We will reload the page, and now we have our three links right here. Each one is colored red, and when I hover over it, we get the little pointy finger, and also it underlines it so you know that it is a hyperlink. And then when we click on it, you then have your video pop up. And again, each one would be a different video, but in this case here, I just used the boilerplate that is inside of ClickFunnels. So I think it makes a nice little presentation. You can have some sort of instructional video. You can have, any kind of information about the product. I mean, whatever it could be. You could have just images here of, let's say, a building. Let's say you got a picture of the Louvre over in France, and then you could have a video pop up talking about the Louvre. And then you could have another one next to the Sistine Chapel or something. It pops up, tells you a story about the Sistine Chapel. So it's, I think, a great way of displaying content. And so that's it. If you got any questions, let me know.